So over here we've got polystyrene 100mm. That's 10 centimeter thick sheets. Now you need 10 centimeters equal to Celotex, which is 50mm, because it's more denser, the Celotex and Kingspan stuff is. However, if you get it cheap enough, it's a lot cheaper. So basically, I did actually order 5 sheets and they've sent 6 for £150, and these are 2.4 meters by 1.2. Hello guys, so I just thought I'd give you an update on what I've done in the garage. So here is a support structure that's covering the door. I wanted to keep it semi-removable. What I mean is it has the ability to be removed off the wall if I need access to use the front door for whatever reason. So I thought I'd just show you the structure that I've done. So I've used these brackets, as you can see here. I've used 60mm screw into the 12mm plywood and 25mm into the actual treated lumber that we've got on here, which is 22mm thick wood, treated lumber, but obviously I'll put some supports just to support the wood a little bit. Now it does wobble a bit, I must admit. I have attached it to the roof as well. We've used those self-tapping screws in here, which is 60mm, that goes vertically at an angle into the wood here. Seen a few YouTubers do it that way, so that's how I've done it. Same here. I had to be really careful though, because although there is 40mm insulation board, I didn't want to risk going anywhere near the roof structure, because obviously it would pierce the concrete panels, and I didn't want to do that. So I had to be really careful and mindful how far I went in. So essentially that's what we've done here. It's just a basic structure. Over here with this piece of wood here, I've put some small bolts through. If we go over here, you should be able to see I've used like a square nut on the other end to secure it in place, and that goes all the way to the bottom of on the ground. Right guys, I thought I'd just show you what I'm up to now. So I've got these polystyrene boards put into position. It was some job getting it in here, I'll be honest with you. Right guys, I thought I'd just show you what we've been up to today. So I've been building this studded frame, 22mm thick treated lumber, most of it is. I thought I'd just show you what I've been up to create it. So obviously we've got 4 sections, actually 5 sections, connecting it to the roof. Obviously I've reinforced it as much as I can. We did have some brackets on, however I've taken them off. The reason I've taken them off on this side, there are some brackets on the other side. Don't know if you can see the brackets there, but there are some brackets on that side there. So when I put the plywood, it'll go flat because the brackets protrude out a little bit. So I just took them off. I thought we put some supports in to support the wood, as you can see there, and take that bracket off and then put the plywood on. So essentially I've done a bit more reinforcement. Put a piece of wood here. Obviously we can put our plywood and drill it into that section there, and that's what I've done over here. Another one over this section here. I may put another piece on here potentially, and obviously you can see the styrofoam which is there. This is industrial polystyrene basically, which I'm gonna glue now on to these beams. Now one thing you probably notice is it's not that sturdy. It is a bit of flex there when I move it. Now obviously we have screwed it together, but it's just like a temporary structure really. So in the event we want to have access to the big door at the front of the garage, we can pull this out and it'll still be usable. So the next stage is I'm going to use some dry fix pink grip foam. So the next stage is to use this pink grip dry fix expanding foam. Basically it's just like expanding foam, except it's a bit more stickier. It takes a little bit longer to go off a little bit. But one thing I have noted is this: they claim you need to wait 4 minutes before you apply it, anything onto it, that is. I've noticed in warm weather, reduce that time to 2 minutes, because it does seem after 4 minutes in hot weather, this stuff gets firm quite quick. So word of warning, give yourself plenty of time, and if it to be honest with you, just get it stick together as soon as you think it's time to do that, basically. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start sticking this to the wood now, and let's get on with that. Right guys, I thought I'd just show you what I've done. So I've just been cutting up all this styrofoam, polyurethane I think I call it. So I've put 3 full boards in that are 240 by 120, but I did cut them down a little bit on the top, and then I just got the offcuts and built, in effect, just bricked it with bricks of polystyrene. Obviously we've got the structure here, it's a bit more sturdy than it was, and I've also foamed it in. Now I've used the dry fix pink grip over here. To be honest, it's not that much different to normal building expanding foam, if I'm honest with you. So save yourself a bit of money and just get that. So I've foamed it all in. I'm just gonna foam in these bricks a little bit, just to add a bit of stability. There's a few gaps obviously, and then this is completely done in terms of insulated. It's completely insulated. The only thing you might want to do is consider putting some ventilation vent in there, which I can always do later. It's not a major issue at the moment, and put one at the end there as well at some point. But I just wanted to show you, obviously we've got some 5mm plywood that I'm going to apply that with. It doesn't have to be super strong. I just thought I'd show you the progress so far. To cut the angles can be difficult and challenging. If you're wondering how to cut your angles to try and get them roughly about what I've done here, quite simply, get a tape measure, measure there to a certain point, gives you an angle, then just mark it off and then cut it, and it should give you a rough angle for what you want. Essentially that's what we've done here. So I thought I'd just show you the bricking that I've done with the blocks. These are 10 centimeter thick. You couldn't really do this with 50mm. You do need them to be substantially quite thick. So if I just show you how thick they are, that's how thick these blocks are. Very thick. So it's like building a brick wall really with this stuff. So I just wanted to give you a rough idea where we're at, and then we just need to do a lot of cleaning up now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd show you the finished product. So obviously you can see I've lined it with the 5mm plywood, and done a reasonable good job of fitting it, I think. As you can see, it fits quite nicely, and I just wanted to give you a bit of a show and tell of it finished. Obviously you've seen me do an ongoing project of getting this done. I think we're kind of there. So let me give you a more of a substantial view in a minute. But yeah, I would say it's cost me a fair amount of money in plywood. So I've used about, I'd say about 4 sheets to do this. The average £23 each. So at least near enough £90. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of a show and tell. Here you can see from a more of a further back, and I think it looks alright really. And that's more or less that part done. So it's just a bit of a clean up, and I can say we've pretty much finished. The only thing I may do, obviously it's a bit of a mess here, is put some of those interlocking gym mats on the floor, just to give a bit of insulation, because obviously it's concrete floor, and make it look a lot nicer.